Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Helzie here from slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Thank you very much for joining me today. I'm going to be playing with the Playing in the Rain Cling stamp set. I love this one, I fell in love with it. It has coordinating dies, and these are the dies. What I love about this set is the tortoise. So I own a tortoise squirt. He's gorgeous and cute, and I'll put a little picture over the video now for you. Isn't he adorable? And he features on all of these papers and also on the stamp set. Now the great thing about these papers is they've got like a wax finish on it. So hopefully you can see, but they shine. They're brilliant. They're quite thick and it's really lovely. So you get 12 sheets of 6 double-sided designs and you get 2 of each. Now I'm going to be using this top sheet for my projects. What I've done recently is I've started taking one sheet of DSP and using it to create a number of projects, and that's what I'm going to do today. So you can see the dies actually fit the images in this stamp set. The stamp set's at 70%, so once it's actually stamped they will fit, but they also fit this sheet of DSP. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one 12 by 12 sheet, I'm going to sit and I'm going to run it through my Big Shot, and I'm going to cut out all of the little character pieces. And I'm not just going to cut out the full pieces, I'm also going to cut out the half pieces and the 3/4 pieces, because we will still be able to make cards with those. So after I'd done that, these are all the pieces. I sat and did it all in front of the TV one night, and you can see I've done the half pieces as well. Now over the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be bringing you cards that's using these little bits and pieces. So at the start of each video, I'm just going to play this video and then I'll show you a different project that I have used with all of these. And you can see it's cut all of the bits of paper out, but it's actually got decent sized parts on the back so that I can use the pink DSP with the projects, which is what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to layer it up with other options. So I'm going to do 5 or 6 projects over the next couple of weeks and hopefully you like them. I'm just going to put these all to the side and let's get kick-started with the next project. Today's project is this one. I think it's so cute. In fact, it's my favourite of all of the projects that I put together with these cut-offs. I'm using all 3 of them, the rabbit, the tortoise and the fox. And I'm also using that scrap DSP that I pointed out at the top of the 12 by 12 that I've cut up. So I'm going to have a card that is 10.5 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 3 little windows using one of the layering circles. I've chosen this side because it fits on my cardstock 3 times with lots of space, but you have a look and see which one fits best for you. I've cut them out and I've got my 1, 2 and 3 all along the right hand side of the cardstock. And now I'm just having a look at which way I'm going to pop my images in. I decided to put the tortoise in the middle, being green. I thought he'd break the 2 of them up. And plus the fact he's kind of pointing in the other way, so it looks a bit more like he's talking to the fox a bit. Leave the cut-offs, whatever you've cut out from your die cuts, you can use those on another card, you can use them as a window panel. They're always really helpful. I have a box of old die cuts that I pop everything in and you never know when you're going to need them. So start doing one at a time. Now what I'm doing with this is I'm just popping a little bit of seal under the bit that's sticking out so that I know from the front I've got it in the right bit. I'm going to be sticking these down a lot better using foam on the background, so don't worry about putting too much adhesive on, just put a tiny little bit so that it sticks in the right place. So I'm just going to stick down my tortoise now. And you can see I'm adding a bit of snail to his shell because that's where I know that it's going to sit. And then I'm just going to push it down when I'm happy with the placement of him. And you can see I can just move him as I like. Exactly the same with the bunny rabbit. I'm just going to apply a little bit of adhesive to her foot. And then I'm going to stick her where I want her as well. Now they won't stay like this because I've only put just a little bit of adhesive. You do need to add a lot more adhesive on the actual back. And I will be doing that in a second. Now my offcut of DSP, As I mentioned to you, I kept this. I never knew when I would need it. And I've decided to do a strip down the side of this card just to give it a pop of colour. So I'm going to be just cutting it at 1 centimetre really, 1.5 centimetres, just to give a little tiny pop of colour on the side of the card. And I really like the fact that it has the white strip down as well, because I just feel like that. It just fits really, doesn't it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to adhere the DSP before I cut it. Okay, watch me do this. The reason I'm doing it this way and not cutting it first is now I know I'm going to have a perfect fit. So I've lined that up with the bottom of the card, ran it all the way up. I've left a little bit of a gap on the side, but now I can cut it and I know it fits on my card perfectly. If I'd pre-cut it down, there's always 1 millimetre or so that you might risk it being short. Next up, I'm just going to be adhering the card to my card base. So the top part, which was 10.5 centimetres by 14.85 centimetres, that's the exact same width and length as a piece of cardstock. Okay, your A6 card bases. Now I'm going to be using our self-adhesive foam, so this is absolutely great. It makes you have a great 3D effect in quite a few places, and because these are going to be windows sticking out, I am using the 3D foam just to pop it from the background. Now, I'm a bit addicted with this 3D foam at the moment. I'm using it on all my cards and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to put loads of it onto this card here. The reason why is when it goes in the post, it's not going to get squished or squashed. It's always going to stay standing up proud. And it also just gives it quite a firmness behind the images, especially as that DSP is standing on its own. So cardstock's slightly stronger than DSP. DSP is thinner, and therefore I do like to add something substantial behind it to make sure that it pops and stands up. Okay, so I am cutting this down. It's dead simple to cut. You can put it on as a full panel or you can just keep chopping into it like I'm doing. It is dead easy to do that. And you can see I'm just putting it on the back of all of my little characters. I'm going and going. Honestly, I really have fell in love with this foam. The foam will also run through your big shot or your mini. Just leave one of the leaves off and add the shim in, and then you'll be able to die cut the foam as well, so that you can actually add this directly onto your die cuts as they come out. Whip the back off and it's all ready to stick down. We do have some dies in the catalogue that are like peekaboo dies, and they have 5 or 6 circles already cut into them, so you could use those if you had them. I didn't have them because I have the layer in circles, so I just thought to myself, I can make my own version of that window card, which is kind of what I've done here. Sticking it down onto your card base now, and you can see it stands off that quite nicely, and I can definitely tell you that it's firm and supported. And now I'm going to be using the adhesive sequins. These are great because they've got the adhesive already on the back, so I can just use my take a pick tool. No one's getting messy. I can pick them up and put them on. They come in 3 different colours, light blue, light pink and gold, and I'm just using the pink on this card. I'm not going to pop a sentiment on this card because I think it's fun as it is. Normally I put sentiments on all my cards, but this could just be used for anything, just a plain greeting card, and I love it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. As always, everything I've used on this project is available from my store, slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Do pop over and check out my Instagram for more inspiration at slimandstylish. And thank you for joining me. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you subscribe to find out more content. See you all soon, everybody. Have a great day. Bye.